So I'm going to say welcome to everyone again, for those who are listening to this on a recording. Our meeting tonight will have a similar pattern to last Sunday, but with a few variations. We're going to start our time together tonight with, in a short while, Diane is going to put a screen slide up of and share an image of a quaternary Celtic knot by somebody called Maya Telami. She is a young woman from the Middle East. She is a self-taught calligrapher, and she believes in the power of the written word through her craft of calligraphy. And accompanying that image will be a lovely song called Caritas. I believe Caritas means charity or love or beloved, and it's sung by somebody called Susan Lincoln from her album Mother Heart. During that time of the slide, seeing the slide with the music, our invitation is to use again the simple body prayer that we did last week, starting with your hands on your head, just being aware that this is the busy place of us, the head with all the mind and the senses. There's a lot of activity here. So we start here and then move one hand down to our chest, which is a completely different area of feeling and awareness. And then bring the other hand down to the chest. I'm going to stand up just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm then taking it to my stomach, feel the connection, and then move my hand down to that place again. Sorry, it's gone slightly blurred. I don't know why. Let's try me coming back down. And then move. I lost the picture there, so I'm moving back so you can see my face. Move from your stomach area to your one hand to your lower belly, your lower abdomen, and feel the connection between your stomach and your lower abdomen, your gut area, your place of deep gut feeling, your place of intuition and deep knowing, felt knowing. And then put both your hands on your lower abdomen, what I call your deep belly, and let them rest there while you listen to the music, and just see how you feel during that music. See what's coming to you in that deep area of being. So I'm going to ask Diane now to share the screen. And I think can I just admit Connie? There we go. Yeah. Share the screen and the music, Diane, now, if you would please. I think we've lost the music, Diane.
I'm going to try that again. I don't know why.
So let us keep silence together for a few minutes. So just before we leave this screen, just notice the calligraphy of the cross that the young calligrapher has done, self-taught. She's found a way of making shapes from words and letting them speak. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to turn to the next movement of Bruno Barnhart's cross mandala, the second movement, which is word. So if Diane, you could close the slide and spotlight me, please. So the second movement of the cross mandala. The Christianity of our Western world begins here with this second movement, the word. This is Logos, the Christ dimension. In the beginning was the Word, John wrote in the prologue to his Gospel. Logos, an idea from the pre-Christ philosophers of ancient Greece. Logos as word, as thought, as speech, as an idea expressed. Logos as revelation, as light, as wisdom. Wisdom was the heart of the theology of the early Christians. It was a theology rooted in personal experience and participation in the One, the unitive divine wisdom that was astonishingly revealed as a human person in Jesus. The Logos, the revealed word at the root of this Christian tradition, becomes embodied in Christ and his community, and is the Word incarnate, the union of divinity with humanity. The New Testament writers, Paul and John, were grounded in this wisdom theology of the early church. For Paul, it was the complete confidence to understand that God's mystery is Christ, in whom are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. For John, Jesus is at once the divine wisdom or word, one with God, and the light of the world, the true light which enlightens everyone. This second movement, the word, rooted in the light of pure consciousness, is the world of cognition, of knowledge, logos, wisdom. It is the world of self-manifestation, of revelation, the world of discourse and communication. it is also the world of institution, organization, of social, political, and religious structures. Bruno wrote, "During the modern age, many of us have become prisoners of a certain very limited kind of consciousness and way of knowing. The Judeo-Christian tradition, as well as a Greek form of rationality, and the Roman practical, organizational, and judicial mind, has much to do with the building of this Western container of consciousness. It can be hard for us to awaken to the other dimensions of life, to the fullness of new life in the spirit. It is difficult for Christianity to break through the walls of this container and expand into other dimensions that belong to its essence. Bruno described Christian essence as the ineffable divine source, the personal divine energy, the radical physicality of human existence, and our material communion with the cosmos. He continued, "Today, this container is breaking open. We are invited to open our consciousness beyond the limits of modern rationality and of what we have known as Christianity into the greater world of Trinity and cosmos, to learn and to experience something of the fullness of the divine wisdom that is in Jesus Christ." Consciousness is the luminosity, the interiority of being. To open our consciousness to the light and wisdom of Christ, there needs to emerge an awareness that reality is open rather than framed. The light of consciousness within us, in a clear space, in a moment of freedom, expands into the realization of itself. There is a recognition event when the word can touch us at the core of our being. As we accompany Jesus through the Gospels, as we experience in the narratives this outer meeting with Jesus, the sense of illumination within us might reflect an inner birthing of the wisdom Christ. This light, this Logos Christ, is the source of interior illumination and is bringing the person into union with the divinity and oneness with God. This new divine human oneness, corresponding to the incarnation, is the heart of Christianity. Bruno said, "Our encounter with the Word, the stirring, the awakening, resonates with our whole being. The knowledge of Jesus Christ is a unitive knowledge. It is the luminosity of my own true and eternal being. I cannot capture in words the gravitational pull of this solar Christ moving in my depths. Jesus brings an essential newness, a flame that's contagious, a revolution from law to freedom, an expansive transforming energy within the human person and moving outward into the world. Bruno recognized the enormous influence the West has derived from the fact of Christ. He wrote, "This unprecedented cultural momentum, this light and energy flow from the advent of the divine creative word in the world and from the enduring presence of the light and energy of this word within the history of the world." He referred to this infusion of light and energy throughout history as the Christ quantum. He also recognized that in the climate of today, we might be embarrassed or hesitant to connect Christianity with the development of the West. But he continues his bold thesis. The Christ event, according to the New Testament, is not just something that happens in the world, it is something that happens to the world, something that radically affects not only humanity, but the universe itself. Everything that exists is touched by this event and is eventually to be transformed by it. This Christ quantum lives and works within human history. Even though it may appear to the contrary, Bruno strongly believed there is a continuing expression of what he called the Christ explosion in the West, propelling history forward and transforming the world. As it is released from the container of old ideas, the creative potential of the word becomes active in society, enabling it to confront new questions and develop new responses. At the same time, the creative potential of each person can be released to realize itself in a newly opened space of freedom. The word is being liberated into its natural movement and progression towards a new wisdom knowing. Just as the seed matures into the plant and then ripens into fruit. In this organic movement of the wisdom Christ, we can journey from faith to love, from light to fire, from manifestation to transformation, illumination to union. In the fire of creativity with which we are all endowed, we can begin to assume our responsibility to remake the world in unity and love. I'm going to close with a few words from a meditation by Bruno. In the simplicity of this light that is everywhere around me, in the silence of this light that is within me, I am. A word has been spoken. Struck, the world spins out in its direction. We go. Another knowing steals upon us. In a larger warmth, we open towards one another. So, as we did last week, we're going to share 3 slides with 3 quotes from the presentation for us to have a time of stillness and reflection, and just to share them together, and contemplate them together. So, Diane, would you like to share the first slide? We're going to have about 5 minutes, a little bit more than 5 minutes with each slide. I shall read the phrase, except I can't. I shall read the quote, and then we'll have silence together with each one for about 5 minutes. We are invited to open our consciousness beyond the limits of modern rationality and of what we have known as Christianity, into the greater world of Trinity and cosmos, to learn and to experience something of the fullness of the divine wisdom that is in Jesus Christ. Can we have the next slide now, please? Our encounter with the word, the stirring, the awakening resonates with our whole being. The knowledge of Jesus Christ is a unitive knowledge. It is the luminosity of my own true and eternal being. And can we have our third slide now, please? In this organic movement of the wisdom Christ, we can journey from faith to love, from light to fire, from manifestation to transformation, illumination to union. Thank you, Diane. If you'd like to spotlight me again. Thank you. So we're coming to the end of our time together this evening. And I'd like to close with some of those words from that short meditation that I read to you by Bruno Barnhart. They were a meditation on the word, and he understood word as light. And I want to put some very simple actions to them, so it becomes a body prayer. I'll read the words first, and then I'll put some movement with it. Except I've lost it. Sorry. Found the right piece of paper. In the simplicity of this light that is everywhere around me, in the silence of this light that is within me, I am. In the simplicity of this light that is everywhere around me, in the silence of this light that is within me, I am. And I'm just going to say, in the simplicity of this light that is everywhere around me, in the silence, touch the mouth, of this light that is within me, and move down to your chest, I am. So we'll do this 3 times together. In the simplicity of this light that is everywhere around me, in the silence of this light that is within me, I am. In the simplicity of this light that is everywhere around me, in the silence of this light that is within me, I am. In the simplicity of this light that is everywhere around me, in the silence of this light that is within me, I am. I'm going to ask Diane now to stop recording. Thank you very much.